Hello everybody, this is week 13 of the horoscope, your weekly horoscope. The number 13, is it a lucky number? Is it an unlucky number? It is neither. It is new energy. And like if 12 is the working organism, it's the perfect balance, then you just throw anything at it. Any new energy, good or bad, the whole system has to adapt, you know? Compare it to when you have you're making dinner and you just have enough for everybody, and then an unexpected guest shows up and he's very, very nice and everybody likes it, but somebody is not getting an extra pork chop that night, and will go to bed with resentment for that person. So it's change. 13 is the death card in the tarot, and I'm using the Book of Thoth, which kind of sounds like death in Dutch, so that's appropriate. I wanted to be silly and throw a 13th sign into it to show you what it feels like, but I'm not allowed. so I'm not gonna do that. As always, as the last 3 times, I'm gonna make 2 piles, and I'm just gonna draw 2 cards for each stack. You just ask yourself right now out loud, or in your head if you're a powerful wizard, but that's advanced. Just ask yourself out loud, what sign do I have to listen to right now? And then you'll get a reply. The first word that comes in your head will be your answer. Don't overthink it. If you think of 2 or 3 ones, you listen to all of them, and really trust your instinct. So the words that catch your attention, or on which you react, or that make you defensive suddenly, those are usually the interesting ones for you to examine. Okay, that'll be your therapy this week. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Those are my magic numbers right now. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, Aries. Welcome to episode 13. What has changed? What is going on? I'm going through changes. You have the Hierophant and 9 of Cups. New emotional beginnings. Happiness. What has changed? Aries, I feel like you have gone through a period of initiation. You have become a student in something. You are training something, but actually, just very generally here, it's like more like you've grown up. You're out of the training zone. You know what you're doing now, and this is bringing you happiness. For me, I'm just seeing it as basic care, like learning to keep yourself alive every week, and applying that, and then seeing that actually kind of makes you feel better. Okay. It's been a tough road for me, so, but yeah, I'm feeling it. I hope you are. He's holding a key, and this I feel is very important to you. I feel like you have found the key, and the key was you all along, and it was very lame, but in the end, it was kind of nice and magical. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, Aries, that's it. Thank you. See you next week. Extra card fell out. Excuse me. 7 of Wands. Okay, yeah, it's more than that. Sorry, Aries. It was a bit more than that. It's you being very brave and holding on. Okay, you still standing straight after a long time, and you're reaping the benefits from that. Okay, suddenly you realize, oh, I can do a hell of a lot, and I can actually do whatever the fuck I want. Okay, because I've been through a lot. That's better, right? Okay, thank you, Aries. See you next week. Taurus, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want to keep saying that to you. And then we have 4. The Emperor. And we have the Wagen upside down. Wait, there was something about this. The Wagen. Oh, I forgot. I really forgot. I had a revelation about this. And now it's gone. So let's just focus here. Taurus. Okay. I want to say you learn to be a leader, or this is slow movement, or standing still, or slow times. I wanted to say you've completed sort of standing upright when times were not going so well, when there was no movement. Let's say you have a company and you've been doing okay, and suddenly there are no clients, or things just went still, but you learn to stand through that. That's what I wanted to say. But I keep thinking, what was the thing about the reversed chariot that I learned? Inner strength. I know it was something like that. You find the drive within to become the emperor. Okay, so you are now taking up a position, not because other people want you to, or not to please other people, or not because other people think that is an important thing to be. You found the drive within. That's good. That sounds good. Thank you, Taurus. Then we move it to Gemini. Nice card here for you. Look at the color scheme. I hope you can see that. Blue and yellow. So we have the magician. No, the star. No. The magus, the magician. Creating what you want. And the wheel of fortune. So let's see here. Gemini. Your luck has changed. I can't say it better than that. I feel like you were this for a while. Okay, Gemini, you were a magician, manifesting things, or you were kind of aware about. You were going for what you wanted, and you knew you had it in you, but luck was not, or the times, karma's a bitch. Something like that. You were not in the right mode or something. You were not matching with the streams that were going around you. And now it's sort of nicely linking in. Okay? So you're now going for what you want, and everything around you is in harmony with that. So okay, you can actually get what you want now. The times have changed, and they're good times for you now. So take advantage of that fully, even if right now you're not seeing the results of that. Really be aware that the world is really how does Abraham Hicks say it? Co-inspiring? No. Conspiring with you for you to reach your goals. So keep that in mind. Know that everything is working with you. So don't get frustrated and don't get impatient. Okay, sorry, that's not nice advice, but you can do it. Just know that things are going your way. Okay, thank you. Then Cancer, week 13. What has changed? You have Ace of Pentacles, some wings. It's funny that she's also kind of sort of sitting on a cloud. You get your wings. You get your wings, especially material-wise. Like, look at this. I hope you can see that this coin has like these nice wings here. Yes, and because Cancer, you learned to apply boundaries, and that's why you are becoming financially more stable, or materially more secure, or more independent, because you learn to apply these boundaries. And let me tell you, because I know that it takes a while for you to see the effect of that. Okay, so learning to apply boundaries and using them is not fun. And it causes a lot of pain and conflict at first, and you don't really see the good benefits from that until after a while, until you really learn to let go of the old and see the new, blah, blah, blah. It's different for everybody. But I think you will learn to be, learn to stand up for yourself, and that is giving you rewards right now. So good job, man, or women, or undefined. I don't know, awkward. Thank you. Next ones are Leos. I didn't even look at them myself, and now I need to. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the boobies. You can see that. We have the boobies. Wait, okay. Leos, what has changed? What has changed? Okay. I'm seeing it as a block on your passion. There was a block on your passion. There was this big X at the gates of some new booty or some love. And I'm saying that's weird, right? Because it's not the emotional card usually, but it's not even about. It is about opening your heart in the end. Look at this green. It was about opening your heart, but I think you felt it more as if it was a block of new people coming into you. Like everything seemed to be staying away from you. Like you were repelling actual human bodies, and a foot of like. Some stability here and there on new beginnings. Everything was blocked. You were blocked, and now that is lifted. And I think like you finally can have passion again, some nice sex again. The world is responding to you again, something like this. And it's because you opened your heart. I think you were closing down, and you were doing things not out of love anymore, but out of hate or resentment or spite. And that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. I think you had to go through that, and you can get things that way, but to protect yourself, because like if you ask for things out of love, I know it's tacky, but it gives you much better results in the end, okay? And it doesn't have to come back around to you. So you kind of stop yourself. It's like, oh, buddy, I'm going to just take away your access card for now until you're not so angry anymore. That's how I feel. Yes? Okay. Thank you, Leos. On to Virgos. Is that right? Virgos. What has changed? What has changed? What that is. You got the universe, nice egg. Virgos. And the Four of Wands. So traditional Four of Wands, you would say that it was a personal celebration, right? You've achieved something, and mostly for yourself, you're feeling the intrinsic reward for it. But I think more here, it's like because here this card is interesting. It's like you hit the mark, you reached your goal, but it's hard to see here, but there's a little yellow flame here, and it's kind of dimmed. So it took a lot out of you, okay, to reach that goal. It took a lot out of you, but that's past. It feels like you've completed something. You've passed the hurdle, and now it's like finally all of you was working on this, and then you reached that. Great, that's over. Now what's next? Oh, the universe maybe? Okay, so the world just got a lot bigger for you and a lot more fun. And I think a lot more playful again. And a lot bigger. A lot bigger. A lot bigger. So see, the yellow is back. And it's a lady now and a snake. And she's swinging on it. It's good. Okay? You don't have to work so hard anymore. That's it. Okay, that part is over. You're over the peak of the mountain. Okay, now it's downhill. Yes. More the first part what I said. Then I just started babbling. It happens. Thank you, Virgos. Then we go on to Libra. 1, 2, 3, 4. It happened again. So what changed for you, my friends? We have the Tower here, which has changed. But the difference between the Tower card and the Death card is the Tower is really more sudden change, unexpected change, upheaval, chaos, while the Death card is the change. It is you saw it coming, or it's a turning of the tide. It's more of a poetic sense. The Tower is more the chaos of the actual crumbling of a building. It's a mess. It's a mess. But the nice thing here in this book is that this Tower card says it all, right? It's the inner eye, or the third eye. God sees all. But it's more like through all this chaos, you see. It's like the song, was it Lemonade? The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. Something like this. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is a truce, or some peace, some rest. So, Libras, I think, you've been through hell and back. This was your life for a little while, and it's finally time for some rest. It's like a break, or it's over. A bit like the Virgos, or it's time for a rest. Okay, it's time for this chaos to stop in order to come back, or you're back in the phase of order. Okay, so it's been chaos for a while, back to order, truce. You and God are like, okay, we need a bathroom break and a snack. Okay, so let's pause the game. But I want to say pause. I'm sorry, because it doesn't mean that you're going back to this, but that means that your life. Let me say this. Like, it's a resting phase. Okay, you're not gonna want to stay in this phase, but you don't have to go back to the chaos. But you have to go back to seeing the whole picture. Okay, you're gonna have to learn the truth. Okay, and that's a process you can't stop. That's like falling water. It's gonna go where it's gonna go, and so are you. But for now, you can get some Doritos and a Coke, and check some YouTube videos. Chill out. Really take the rest as well, because you need it. And that's the balance you were gonna get. Okay, so no matter how bad it gets, that's how good it's gonna get. Okay, keep that in mind. Thank you, Libras. Then we go to Scorpios. What has changed? What's up? Princess of Wands. So the Page of Wands. And there's the 2, right? Or the 3? The 2 of Cups. Love. What has changed for you? You learn how to follow your passion and love yourself, because those are the same thing. But they were not always for you. Okay? You learned to maybe control also the passion a bit. Because you could say, like, look, she's like being dragged by her passion and is leading her to love, but that's not the 2 of Cups. No. For me, that's not love. It could be real love, but more in the sense of I see it like this. Let's say you find the love of your life, or you find your true love, or something beautiful. You could say that you are giving that to yourself. That's just a beautiful way of you loving yourself. Okay? So it's about love. Where is my nice... I think my flashlight is dying. Ooh. It's definitely dying. Well, that's a shame. We've put it here. Change it. Yeah, that's better. So, self-love. Follow your passions, but more for yourself. I think you confused lust with your passions, and I think you were going after lust for a long time, or looking for that externally. And I think you found that if you really follow your childish dreams and the things you always wanted to do, that somehow the world becomes a lot nicer place for you. and you really love yourself by doing these things, and you go to bed happy when you do these things. Okay, that's what changed for you. You learn to be this naive little page again. That's like tasting life and trying things and following that feeling of joy. And I think you finally learned that that actually makes you happy when you choose for yourself. And don't look for that outside. I'm gonna stop talking because that was enough of that. Thank you, Scorpios. Then we go to the Sagittarius. What has changed? We have the Devil card. Very nice Devil card here, by the way. Look at them balls. What is this? Yeah, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, I'm burping, so what am I doing? The Princess of Swords and the Devil, but it was upside down. So what has changed, Sagittarius? Let's see. What has changed? What is going on? Okay, I want to say you learn to let the devil out. You learn to play with your with the darker side in you. I think you had these devil instincts or this kind of darker side, and you didn't allow yourself to be that. So you were very like cutting that away. Like no, that's bad. I'm not gonna think about that. I'm not gonna do that. That's not me. Or I'll fantasize about it, but I'm never going to do it. You were very dismissive of these ideas, very judgmental. I think you learned to stop being judgmental and let this out of it and see that that is an essential part of your life and yourself. And this dark side is not about becoming bad or evil. It's the opposite. It is to heal you. And the more you repress these dark sides and not look at it, the bigger they come, okay? The moment you shed light on it, you see that it's just a frightened part of you. But when you're not looking at it, it becomes a shadow and it seems huge and it's going to eat you and it's going to destroy you and everybody's going to laugh at you. I think you got over that judgment. You stopped doing that, okay? You're a bit more at peace with that. It's really good. Anything else? The judgmental, and also to the outside, maybe less pushing away of people. Not so afraid of the devil. Not so afraid of the devil. I think maybe you were so afraid of. Okay, so this is the other way. Because the devil is also the codependency or anything that chains you down. Anything that chains you down. And I think you were so afraid of falling back into that trap. You kind of like striking people or new things away from you. And I think you kind of stopped doing that. You're not afraid anymore. Because look, you can be trying to stay away from this, but if this still rules all your life, if you're still constantly like fighting to keep safe and pushing everything away, then this devil is controlling your entire life, okay? Then you're just letting it control you. If you're living your life to not be evil, the devil has you. That's not the right focus and that's not the right way. Okay? You need to always welcome the devil in your home, be a very good guest, and get to know him the best you can. That's the way he will do the least amount of damage to you. He can't. He can only work with what you give him permission to work with. We're going way too deep in this. I'm writing a show about the devil, which already exists. Capricorn? Shit. Yeah, Capricorn. Go with it. You're Capricorns now. Hello, peoples. This is the Seven of Cups. Verderbnis. And we have the Moon card. So Capricorns, what has changed? What has changed? You know the truth now. I think some old things have fallen away, like the leaves have fallen away from the trees, and now you can kind of see the full picture, and you know now, like it's done with the doubts or the mysteries. or being blinded by your own emotions, maybe, or some relationships fell away and things are clear now. Bleh. I'm not happy with that explanation though. So 7 of Cups, usually about some choice, eh? Oh yeah, like this. Like I think you were having trouble. You didn't know which way to go, or who to choose, or what to choose. The moon was like hiding things. It was very unclear for you, and I think the moon is clear now, and you know what you want. Or because the moon was sort of hiding the truth for you, you had to really figure out yourself what you wanted, and that's tricky. So I think it just taught you to once and for all be sure about this, about your emotions. You went back and forth a lot about things. You were looking for signs, and they never came. And then you were like, okay, I have to decide, I guess. And then you went back and forth a lot again, and then you were looking for signs again. And then you're like, oh yeah, we've been here before. And then that lasted for a couple of years. And now you know. My lighting. It doesn't matter if it takes a long time, okay? That's the point of it. Because some things need some time to marinate and for you to see if you like them or not. And you can take your time. That's why you're here. So thank you, Capricorn. Then we go to Aquarius. Aquarius. We have what has changed. 8 of Wands. And the Knight. I want to say the Knight. Nope. Yes. Nope. It's the Prince of Swords here. So then in normal tarot, it's the Knight of Swords. Right. So what has changed? Aquarius. Yeah, I think you found your power again. You went through every doubt you can imagine. You doubted yourself. You were unsure. You cowered. Or there were difficulties, but now once and for all, you know you're this knight, and you stand up for what you believe in, and you are charging ahead, and you're not backing down anymore, okay? And those doubts or those fears or the things, see it as sort of as you stopping yourself and holding yourself down again, but that's over. You are charging ahead once and for all, and you're not stopping anymore, okay? And the sword is really the intellectual way, like you know your idea, you know what you want to do, why you want to do it, you know it's good. You're not gonna let any critique or evil voice in your head stop that. You're going for it, and you have no problems defending that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, good. Then the fishes, Pisces. What has changed for you? We have a beautiful line here, the Lust card, which is the Strength card, and then we have the 6 of Wands, which is reaching peace out of the conflict, because the 5 of Wands is the how do I say that? It's the disagreement. It's the fight. It's the fight. Wow, I'm really blanking. Sorry. Anyways, things are nicely in a row. Like you have 3 of each. Things are nicely divided. It's like the 5 of Wands is like one of them didn't know which side it was going to go on or something. And I think because there's peace or organization here, you can go after your lust again, or you found your strength again. I'm going to draw one more card because this is kind of weird. Okay, we have the eremite, the hermit. What is this thing over? Okay, we have these. This is the top part, right? Those are the snakes, the feathered snakes. The feathered snakes. And the 4. Yeah, really the same. Okay. You know really what you want. I think you were doubting it, or you're really in a battle with yourself. You're really in a battle with yourself. That's what I see now. Like thinking, you had 2 different forces pulling you apart. And that's why you were afraid to really go after what you wanted, because things were so polarizing and were switching maybe, or you didn't know what was the true you. So you went into hermit mode, stayed inside a long time, and you reached a decision. And this is free flowing now. This is free flowing. The root chakra, your root chakra is opened, or it's always open, but it's being, it's finally finding, I think it really was a bottleneck for a long time, not knowing what the true yourself is and who to be. And that's why you stayed in this fear mode of not allowing yourself to flow in each which way. But anyway, that has changed, and it's flowing now. And you're gonna be something like this pretty soon, okay? So your faith has, it's not, I don't want to say it's about faith, because I think your faith was true. I think just you were not sure of who you, like, what do you want to do with that faith? Because God was like, what do you want? And you were like, and then, which is, by the way, what I think Om is, you know, the chant they do. I think they misinterpreted the universal sound, the sound that's going through all of space, which is God just saying, it's one doubt. He had a doubt, and then the entire universe exists. Yeah. So that's it. See you next week. Bye-bye.